Hello. So this is a bit of a life advice, wisdom, if you want to call it that. So I got sort of a download yesterday because I have been feeling kind of confused lately. Maybe because of this Pisces energy that is going around. A lot of planets in Pisces right now. Mercury is soon turning retrograde, and Mercury doesn't do so well in Pisces either, so it's like difficult to actually decipher things. Everything's just one big mess or one big mush. You feel a little bit like you're underwater, like things are muffled, you know? That's how I felt anyway. And I've also been kind of low on energy, and I think that's also a little bit of a Pisces thing. Need to rest, need to retreat, that sort of thing. I got a download yesterday, and it is about, you know, when you're feeling a little bit confused, you are maybe also finding it difficult to separate yourself from other people, taking on their energy, which can be annoying because sometimes people have bad energy, or maybe sometimes people don't treat you right, and you end up feeling like, why did they treat me that way? Or you feel like frustrated, or you want to find an answer to those questions. And the download is about that. It's about how to actually separate yourself, your own energy, from other people's energy. Now, while things feel so floating, boundaryless, one way to do this is by never asking the question, why did they do this to me? Because then you suddenly involve yourself in the equation. Because what other people do or say is, in a way, you know, if you want to protect yourself, none of your business, you know. How they act is none of my business, has nothing to do with me. And if they treat you a certain way, then chances are they treat a lot of people that way. It's not just you, and it doesn't have anything to do with you. It's about them. And a way to sort of emphasize this is to have the mindset of not taking anyone too seriously. That's the thing. How do we find peace? How do we find peace with people's cruelty, with being here in this world, with people acting in certain ways that we don't agree with? How do we find peace in those situations? And how we can find peace is also by not taking anyone too seriously. That includes not taking yourself too seriously, but also not taking anyone else too seriously, because we're all human beings, you know, and we make mistakes, and we are here for the experience. We are here to make mistakes. And so everyone has their own stuff, and everyone has a lot of subconscious things going around that they're not aware of. No one is completely aware of how they actually impact other people around them. And with that in mind, you cannot actually take anyone too seriously. Because you might think that they know you, and this is why they treat you that way, because they can see something in you or it has something to do with you. They don't know you. And you also don't know them. You don't know their story. Their actions is their business. And showing forgiveness, showing grace, showing understanding for being human, you know. It might sound cruel, you know, not taking people seriously, you know. Doesn't mean you go around laughing at people, but just to find peace within yourself, you know. Why would you take yourself too seriously? Why would you take other people too seriously? Yeah, no matter how much authority they have, or, you know, whatever. So that is today's words of wisdom.